Hi friends, welcome to Linux. Today we are going to discuss the very important server NFS, Network File System. What is Network File System? Actually there are many ways you can share files with users on your network. But NFS is a one method to share files with users in your network. So NFS helps you to share file systems between Linux and Unix systems. So that is meaning of homogeneous environment. Homogeneous environment means we can share files in the same platform like Unix to Unix, Linux to Linux, Linux to Unix, and the same family only. And NFS allows remote hosts to mount file systems over a network and interact with those file systems as through they are mounted locally. So every client mission interact with NFS server. So then client mission mounted to NFS server, then they will access the resources from the server. And NFS enables you to consolidate resources onto centralized servers on the network. So that's why NFS is a centralized sharing server. So you want to share any document or any files, then we can use NFS server. NFS server acts as a centralized server in the network. But NFS includes RPC bind package. So what is the RPC? The full form of RPC is remote procedure call. So the RPC bind service maps remote procedure call service to the ports on which they listen. So means you want to mount NFS file systems, the backend RPC procedure calls port numbers are required because RPC ports are listened to NFS server. And RPC procedures notify RPC bind when they start. Registering the ports they are listening on and the RPC program members they expect to serve. So overall, to serve the content to customers, to serve the content to your network users, NFS users, then we can use the NFS server, and NFS server recommends RPC bind package. But now RPC bind package also includes NFS server. So in the latest versions, no need to install separately RPC bind package. Now, what are the supported NFS versions? Actually, the first NFS version is 2. So is no longer supported by Red Hat because lot of drawbacks in the NFS version 2. So because NFS version 2 doesn't support more than 2 GB of file system. So that's why NFS version 3 up to Red Hat 6. So NFS version 3 supports safe asynchronous writes and is more robust and error handling than the previous version of NFS 2. But it also supports 64-bit sizes and offsets, allowing clients to access more than 2 GB of file data. So even you can share more than 2 GB of file systems through NFS version 3, and also it is asynchronous writes and more robust and easily to error handling under the NFS version 3. But in the latest edition, so after Red Hat 6, the NFS implement is NFS version 4. So now the NFS version 4 is the latest. So it works through firewalls and on the internet. So no longer requires a RPC bind service. It supports access control list and utilizes stateful operations. Okay, NFS version 4 supports even more than 2 GB of file data and also supports ACLs, firewalls, and a lot of securities are implemented under the NFS version 4. So that's why the latest editions, even Amazon EFS file system also running NFS version 4. Okay, so now we are also implement NFS version 4 protocol. Then what is the architecture of NFS? So NFS architecture is here, see this, my file system, server file system is here, NFS server, the backend is the what, file system NFS. So you want to share anything through network, please keep it the what, your resources as a centralized server of NFS here, but that resources shared to over the network through your clients. So who are the clients? NFS client, here NFS client too, but client should be Unix family only. So because NFS shares only homogeneous environment, so Unix to Unix, Linux to Linux only. So overall NFS working in the family of Unix only. Then, so what are the features of NFS? So sir, if I share the what resources through NFS, what are the benefits? Actually, everyone can access same data in the feature of NFS. So means if you keep the what any resource in the centralized server, then everyone can access the what same data. Then advantage is eliminates the need to have a redundant data on server systems. So it eliminates the what redundant data on server system. So the next advantage is it reduces storage cost, because no need to give the what your file system to what everyone, simply you can keep it in the centralized location and you will save the what storage cost, and can be acted as centralized storage solutions, and it provides data consistency also and reduces the system administrator overhead. So these are the what NFS benefits. So overall NFS server acts as a centralized storage server, and it provides data consistency and also reduces storage cost with help of the what shared servers. Right. So you want to configure NFS server, then what are the prerequisites? Actually the packages are NFS utils and RPC bind is recommended, but the RPC bind is no longer available because RPC bind is includes NFS utils. So now in the latest editions no need RPC bind package. If you install NFS utils package, automatically RPC bind also included. So overall your package means software name is NFS utils only. And the next important file etc exports file. So what is the etc exports file? It lists of resources that will be exported to clients. So means what resources you need to export it to clients, then those resources will keep it under etc exports. So our ultimately the etc exports file maintains shared resources. And etc sysconfig NFS, so that is the what one RPC related service to control the what port numbers. And the main configuration file of NFS is /etc nfs.conf. So this is the main configuration file. You want to change your port numbers, you want to change the version numbers and everything under the what main configuration file of nfs.conf. Then the logs are /var /log/messages. So the log file location is /var /log/messages. And which service is recommended? Actually NFS server is the what service name, and RPC bind is also another service name, but the main service of NFS is NFS-server. But the additional files in the NFS server /var /lib/nfs etab is the file name. That is etab means exported table. So this file maintains currently exported resources. And varlib nfs rm tab means that is remotely mounted resources. The rm tab file maintains remotely mounted resources and etab file maintains currently exported resources. Then what ports are working in the backend? So the port number NFS 2049 and RPC bind port number is 111. So when will you go for interviews? You must read the what this main configuration file settings. So these are the prerequisites to install and configure NFS server. Now based on these details, so how to install and configure NFS server I will show you now. right. So here we have two machines already connected. One is the what 192.168.10.100 is the machine. So actually this machine name is server. Okay, just observe this machine name is server. So server.example.com. So I have another machine for testing. It is a client machine. The client IP address is 10.30. So now if I check the what host name of this machine, then it is a client machine. Okay, I will configure the what everything in the server side is under the what 10.100, and I will check it the what resources correct or not from the 10.30 machine. Okay, the first important thing, so install NFS utils package. Because you want to configure NFS server, the package name is NFS utils. But how do you know that the given package is installed or not? So now the very important command, you can use it, rpm space -q is the command to find the given package is first installed or not. Okay sir, if I run this command, nice, package NFS utils is not installed. And even one more command is there to find the what package, rpm query NFS utils is the package name. So what happened, package NFS utils is not installed. So it is confirmed, so the package is not installed. Then how to install the package? Yes, yum install is the command, then my software name is NFS utils is the package name. So please be install NFS utils package first. But actually no need to install RPC bind, because RPC bind all in the latest editions, RPC bind includes NFS utils package. So that's why just install the single package NFS utils, enter. So now my package is what being to install. See this, I am not mentioned any package name RPC bind, but include my NFS utils package, first RPC bind is what installed. So RPC bind also installed and NFS utils package also installed. So now successfully your package is what installed. Then how do you know that? Again you can check the command. So rpm-q NFS utils, yes, NFS utils package is successfully installed. But once you try it one more time, but what happens, see here, in case the package is already installed, then the message is you have to get already NFS utils package is installed. Okay, so this is the way to installing NFS package. Okay, the next important thing, okay, I want to share something through NFS server. Okay, which resources you want to share it? Okay sir, I want to make a directory mkdir, my directory name is company data. Okay, I want to share the word company data information. So this is the what I created successfully one directory, the directory name is company data, because I want to share the what my company data folder. So now you can create some files under the what company data. Okay, what files you want to share? Okay, my file name is TUS. Okay, one important file, or maybe it is called what AWS file and the DevOps file name, and you will keep it as your file name. Okay, we successfully created 3 files, AWS, Azure and DevOps. So I want to share these three files under the location of company data. Then how to share the resources? I told you already, we can use /etc/exports is the file name. So actually anything you want to share through NFS, you must use the word, the file of etc exports. The file name is what? etc exports, right. So open this etc exports file, enter. So by default the file is an empty. Now here is the syntax, I have it. Okay, just observe the syntax, how to share the what resources. So how to add the what export entry? First here host name and options. What it is? host namespace options, otherwise host namespace option space, sorry, host name options space. Okay, I want to share host 2, again options, host 3, again options, but in the left side field you need to write so what resource you want to export it. Okay, this is the what syntax. First write the what exported resource name space what is your host names, that is called what your client machine names. Okay, now I want to export in the left side. First here is the what company data is the what my exported directory. Okay, I want to share company data, then who will access these resources? So in the right side just give the space. Okay, 192.168.10.0 network peoples can access these resources. So means every network person of 10.0 like 10.1, 10.2, 10.3, 10.4 up to 10.254 everyone can access my company data, but with what permissions? So that is called what read only, read only everyone, and to synchronize the what data before accessing. So now save it. So this is the way to sharing the what resources. So now here please understand, I want to share the what company data, then who will access these resources? My network persons 10.0 clients. 10.0 clients only can access with read only mode, but here some mounting options everyone understand. So what are the mount options? Here see this. So RO means allow clients read only access to the share, but if you write RW allow clients write access to the share. But when will you write synchronization and asynchronization? So sync means all changes to the according to file system are immediately flushed to disk, but any changes under the file system it will immediately flush it to disk, that is called what synchronization. But when will you call the what asynchronous? Then it performs all writes when server is busy. So it performs all writes when server is busy. But one more two options, root squash and no root squash option. So people's in the environment sometimes using the what no root squash option. So no root squash means it disable root squashing. Disable what root squashing means the remote users can be act as a root user. So means everyone can access with root privileges. So that is called what no root squash. Okay, so now here I specified the word 10.0 network people. In case, sir, I want to share the resources with read only mode. Now, if I specified the word star, then what is the meaning? Okay, if I write star, then what is the meaning? So everyone can access my company data with read only mode. So you want to write any specific IP address only 192.168.10.254 only, then what is the meaning? So only 192.168.10.254 machine can access this company data with read only mode. Okay, now I want to share this folder with 10.0 all network peoples, 10.0 network peoples with a read only mode, with a read only mode. Then to save the file, and start the what NFS service. So what is the NFS service name? System systemctl start NFS server, and before starting NFS server and first must be start RPC bind service. So first start the what RPC bind service, then start the what NFS server package. So now two services in the back end. Okay, now two services are started, systemctl start RPC bind and systemctl start NFS server. Okay, then you must make it the both services are enable state. So means these services running at boot time. So how to make service persistent? Systemctl enable RPC bind. Yes, again you enable the what? NFS server. Now successfully you started and enabled NFS server and RPC bind packages. And finally, how to verify the status? So NFS server is running or not. So here systemctl status space NFS server. Yes, perfectly the NFS server is active state. Okay, my server is the what? Active state. So server is enabled and also active. Okay, this is the what? Configuration of NFS server. Okay, the next important thing. So how do you know what resources you exported? So what is the command to check exported resources? Actually show mount is the command -e space 0. In the local machine you want to verify the NFS resources, show mount space -e space 0 is the option. Then what resources you exported? Okay, I exported company data. This company data resources can access only 192.168.10.0 network peoples. Okay, now I successfully exported my resources, and now go to client machine. Go to client machine. First verify that from 10.30 machine to 10.100 is it working or not, means both are communicated or not. So how do you know that one system is alive or not? So ping space the target machine address 192.168.10.100 is the what my address. Okay, now successfully pinging. Okay, how to cancel it? Control C. So now I tested the both machines are communicated. Then next important thing, what is the command? What is the command to verify NFS shared resources? How client persons knows? So what resources are shared over the NFS server? So how client peoples to know shared resources names? So again you run the command show mount. Show mount is the command space -e then server IP address 192.168.10.100 is the server. Now I am testing shared resources from the 30 mission to what 100 mission, because 100 is my server. If I enter, so what happened? The show mount command is not found. So what is the solution? Yes, the show mount command not found means you must install the what? The package of NFS utils. Very beautiful. So in case command not found, you need to find and install the what package. But Red Hat 8, the beautiful option is what? Yes, the show mount command related package is NFS utils. Once you install NFS utils package, then show mount command is working. Okay, now yes, I want to install the what package. So now listening the what RPC bind utils package. Now I want to install the what package. So now installing packages. Otherwise, if you not follow this procedure, please be install again yum install space NFS utils is the package name. So please install NFS utils package. So now my NFS utils package is being to install. So maybe taking some time for installing packages. So maybe backend repository issues. Okay, I will check in my repository. For example, what is the command to installing NFS package? So first you will check it rpm space -q NFS utils package. So now rpm -q NFS utility is the what reading read logs option is there. So NFS utils package is maybe installed. Then in case not, what is that m install NFS utils is the package name, you try to install it. So now the package NFS is already installed. So once package is installed, definitely the command backend is showmount is working. Now you can check it showmount command. Previously the showmount command what says command not found. Now here is the what? Yes. So you listed the what? Your shared resources. What is the resources? Company data is the resource name. Then who access these resources? 10.0. 10.0 means our client is the what? 10.30. So in the same network. So that's why resources are available. So this is the command to verifying the what? NFS shared resources. Fine. So finally, showmount is the command to check NFS shared resources. Then next important thing, how to mount NFS resources. Okay, first for mounting we need to create a directory. mkdir is the command. Okay, I want to make NFS share is the directory name. Okay, this is the what NFS share. Good. So now the client directory successful, mount directory successfully created. I want to mount NFS server, mount space. Your NFS server address is, actually we need to follow the what file system type NFS mount space -t. You can use NFS server, the file system name is NFS. Like this is also one way, but by default NFS reads the what NFS file system. So you can direct the what your server address 192.168.10.100 is the server address. Then which resource you want to access? Okay, my shared resource name is here company data. So I want to access the what company data. So company data is the what my shared resource name. Then this company data mounted to my NFS shared directory. If I enter now it's fetching the what server details. Yes, successfully your NFS server is what mounted. Now go for cd space NFS share. Check it what files under NFS share. Yes, so you got the what shared resources, AWS, Azure file and DevOps file. Okay, this is the way to mounting NFS shares. And now how to make file system persistent. Okay, every day I want to mount my NFS shares with my 10.100 company data mount pointer. So then how to mount your NFS file system permanently. So then you know the procedure already. /etc fstab is the file name. /etc fstab is the file name. Just open fstab file. Now add the details. So first line you must write the what your server address 192.168.10.100 is the server. Then what is the mount point name? Means your shared resource name. My shared resource name is company data. So this is the what my shared resource. Then that shared resource mounted to my local mount point name is NFS share. Then everyone must remember the file system type is NFS. Then defaults 0 0. So this is the way to mounting NFS shares. Then check it, we will go for the word WQ, then run the command mount -a. successfully mounted. Now run the df space -h. Yes, your 192.168.10.100 company data mounted to NFS share. But I shared only with read only mode, only with read only. So then if I go for and like if I trying to modifying the word content cat double greater than my file name is AWS, then what happens? See, the bash AWS read only file system, because we cannot modify the word files. Your centralized resources are shared with read only mode. Okay, then the users are successfully mounted in the backend server side. Then administrator how to find the port numbers, like what port is binded. How do you know that? Like netstat is the command -PANTL, that is called process all network TCP and list. You know the commands already. Then here see this, great. So now my 192.168.10.100 2049, that is NFS port number. So that 2049 mounted to 192.168.10.30 machine. The connection is the what? Established. Super. So now your port is successfully established. And even you want to find only particular line only. So what port is there? 2049. Then here see this, that particular line 2049 is binded, established. So what is the command? Netstat is the command. Okay, easily to find the what port numbers and everything. And what version is installed in the server side? If you run rpc info command space -p, yes, see that. So the version of NFS is the what? Even 1 is there, 2 is there, and 3 is there, and but you recommended 4, that is 4 version. It is running the port number of 111 and running the port number of NFS 2049 also, 2049 also. So it is port mappings and what versions are here and what program names are here. Okay, rpc info is the command to find the what versions. So this is the great way to sharing files over the network with help of NFS server. Okay, next my requirement is, sir, one day my requirement is again need to share one more directory for all network peoples. Okay, otherwise any particular machine can access the resources with read only mode, with the read only mode, read write mode. Okay, now I will share the what with read write mode and particular 10.30 machine only. Then how can you share the what mount point? So again, okay, the requirement is please share the what home directory, okay, with read write mode, and end user must be with no root squash options, no root squash options. Then how to share the what new resources with NFS server? Then what is the requirement? No need to install again NFS servers. The requirement is open etc directly exports file in the Linux. In the server side, open etc exports file. So now which directory you want to share? Okay, I want to share the what home directory. Then who want to access these resources? 192.168.10.30 only. Then this 10.30 machine can access with read write and sync and no root squash, no underscore root underscore squash. So actually what is the no root squash option? Just try to understand the point here. Where is my no root squash option? Okay, not there here. Okay, so no root squash means disable root squashing. So means the remote users can access these resources with root privileges. That is the meaning. The remote users can access these NFS servers with root privileges. That is the meaning of no root squash. So now everyone can access the what? My remote. So now my 10.30 machine can access this home directory with root privileges. So now enter, save and quit, save and quit, and try to run the command in the server side. So mount space hyphen e 0, yes, only company data only exported, but the new resource is not exported. Actually my new resource is slash home. Then what is the command to exporting new resources? But remember guys, and don't run the command again, systemctl restart NFS server, because if you restart NFS server, so already connected peoples are disconnected, so now how can you refresh new things without affecting connected users? Then we can use export fs is the command. So actually export fs is the command to update new resources under etc exports file. So what are the options under export fs? Here the very beautiful options are there. What is the export fs? We can use R option. R means what? The effectively refresh the what? Your new resources. And A means it is all, and U means unexports all shared directories, and V means that is verbose options. So we can use A, U, V or combinations. Otherwise you can use just A, R, U only. Verbose is optional. Okay. So now I want to export here. What is the option? A, R, V, F. All options at a time. So now if I enter, so now the home directory is successfully exported. Then check the command now. Previously only slash company data. Now how many resources are exported? The new resource also exported. That new resource name is slash home. But who will access this home directory? That is 10.30 only. Okay, now if you go for client machine, then run the command again show mount. So in the show mount command -e 192.168.10.100, then the new resource is successfully exported. Okay, the new resource successfully exported. So this is the way to managing NFS servers. So you want to share any resource over the NFS server, you must use the what? etc exports is the file name. So where to share it? So the file name is /etc exports. Then you will keep it the what? Your exported resource name. After that you run the command export fs -arvf. Then the new resources all are exported without affecting any running exporting directories, any running directories. Okay, it is a fine. And how to monitor, like what are the files of etab and rmtab? So actually the backend /var and /lib/nfs. So here etab file is there. So it displays only exported table. So now /home is exported and /company data is what? Exported. So what are exported directories? You can verify through etab file. And next, the very important one more option. So now how to check it? Your mount stats and NFS stats and NFS IO stats. So if you run the command of mount stats, then what happens? It shows information about mounted NFS shares. So what is the command? So mount stats is the command. If you run mount stats command, yes, no NFS mount points were found. So now if you run the what client side NFS mounts, NFS stats, no, what is the command? Mount stats. So in the mount stats, so what are the mounted and everything is listed in the what client side. See this? So actually I want to close this. Double tap. I want to close. So if you run the command mount stat command, then it displays what are the mounted directories and what are the mounting points, and everything is listed in the client side. So these are the what, this is the what information about your mount stats. Yes, so now where is the mount stat? Yes, the mount stats command. So you mounted 192.168 10.100 company data mounted on NFS share. So these are the commands from the client side, because what mount points you mount, what are the shared directories you mounted, and which directories are mounted to your server. How do you know that? You can run the what, mount stats command. And one more command is there, NFS state also is there. It shows statistics of exported resources, but this is the command NFS stats. So you run the command, yes, what are the statistics of your NFS server? So that is called what, NFS stat. And one more command is there, NFS IO state. So it shows statistics of NFS mounted shares. So that is NFS IO state. So NFS IO states, yes, the statistics of your mounted directory. So almost the output are little bit different, but almost same output. Okay, but small variation. Mount stats displays mounted NFS shares only, but NFS IO stat displays NFS mounted shares only, but NFS stat displays statistics of exported resources only. So these three are the what, client side commands for troubleshooting. And next, you want to change the port numbers and everything in the server side. See this, I told you the main configuration file of NFS is /etc nfs.conf. Okay sir, I want to enable only NFS version 4. Then how can you disable version 3, maybe version 2 or version 1? Now under etc nfs conf file, lot of things are exported. See this. So actually in the file, the very important option is mount D. So in the mount D, the option is, here is the what, the port number. So you want to change the port number, then sir, okay, I don't want to mount 2049. Then just remove the what, this comment line, port 0 option. Then you add the what, port number of, okay, not 2049, because by default port number is 2049, but I want to export this 2020 only. Then we can change the what, port number here. Then your NFS running with what, 2020. I told you in the SSH lecture already how to change the port number. Same thing, you want to change NFS port number, here is the option. So next, the storage directory of NFS is by default var lib nfs nfsd cld. The path of NFS directory is var lib nfs. And now here is the options. Yes, so which NFS server you want to disable? Okay, I want to enable NFS version 4 only. So then here is the what, under NFSD you disable the what, already NFS version 2 is disabled. Okay, I want to do that NFS version 3 also. Then what happened? Here you remove the what, comment line. Then NFS version 2 and NFS version 3 not working. Now it's working only NFS version 4. NFS version 4. Then what happened here? Yes, NFS version 4 only working. NFS version 2 and version 3 are disabled. And same thing, you want to change the what, settings of NFS server, here everything is available. Okay, so this is the what, main configuration file. So how to enable version 3, how to enable version 4, here is the options. Okay, again I back to my port number, here is the what, same, like I will keep it the what, 0 only, because I want to run the what, same port with 2049. So if I start it and system ctl restart NFS, because you want to change the NFS server settings, must be restart the what, service. So fail to restart the what, service, maybe some mistakes in the configuration file. So now maybe port number is mistake, and now version 2 and version 3 is disabled and version 4 is the fine. Okay, you need to enable the what, all comment lines here. Okay, now NFS version 4 is the what, running state. and check it and run it. What happened? RPC info -p. So how to troubleshoot this? Actually, you want to change the port number. NFS version 2 no. Okay, under the what? NFSD version 3 no. Oh, the mistake is not NFS. I did correct. Yes, series. I did only NFS. Okay, that's what I am thinking. Where is the mistake? When everything is perfect. So now I did mistake is the what? My package name is I did only NFS, but actually the service name is NFS server. So now here lot of protocols are disabled. So now NFS version 4 is working. Okay, now see this, the NFS 2049 it's working, port number 4, that is called what? Version 4 is NFS now. And remaining all are port mapper and remaining statics are what? 432 is working, but my NFS is only version 4. Okay, so this is the way you want to change settings. Then where is the settings? Under etc NFS configuration file you enable the what? Statistics. Here NFS version 3 version 2 no, version 3 no, and only version 4 is the X, and even version 4.0 is there, yes, version 4.1 is there, yes, but any version 4.x it's working now. I enabled only version 4 only NFS. Okay, so after changing settings you must keep it the what? NFS. And the next important thing, maybe the firewalls are running in the NFS server, so how to enable the firewall options? And everyone must remember, when the firewalls are running you must run these commands. What are the commands? So firewall command permanent add services mountd. So you must enable the what? Services mountd and RPC bind and NFS, but actually this is old service is NFS, now it is called what? NFS server. Okay, so after that you run the command of firewall cmd reload. So once again I will repeat guys, please remember, actually when the firewalls are running your NFS server is what? Not output is what? Not available, so output is not working. So maybe you unable to visit the what? NFS server resources. Then what is the point? Maybe firewalls are blocking your NFS shared resources. Then what is the solution? You run the command firewall cmd permanent space -- add service mountd RPC bindd and NFS server. Once you run these commands and finally you restart the service. Otherwise you will keep it the what? Your NFS server, your firewalls are what? Disabled state. Your firewall state is in my machine disabled. See that firewalls are not running. So that's why no need any firewalls commands. In case your firewalls are running, you must run these commands. So generally how to run this command? The same command if you run it, what happens? See, so firewall D is not running, so your firewalls are deactive state. But when the firewalls are running, you must execute these commands. After that, after executing these three commands, you must restart the what? Your firewall settings. That is called what? Reload of your firewalls. So then you able to get the what? Your firewalls output, means your NFS server output. So that troubleshooting is, when the firewalls are running, you must keep it the what? These services. In case firewalls are not running in your machine, no need to execute these commands. Okay, so these are the what? Firewall settings. This is overall NFS server. Thank you.